Just missed it.
Wait, they got tails like that? No way.
Damn, Nature, you scary.
They do.
Show is scary.
It's like 20 Horror games.
Hello, folks.
Planet Earth. They are really the protectors, huh?
Cats aren't cats. These panels belong to the mongoose family.
Mongoose?
They hunt as a pack.
Well, then why are they
I have something to say today, or tonight, that sucked, but
favorite animals?
it explains why nature is scary.
Why is it dinosaurs?
Let me just,
Let's stop staring.
I'm finished messing with Grimoire.
Oh my God, Billy. Goddamn cokehead. We can look at him because I don't really have anything else to look at. Oh. Nice tab. God, fuck that tab, bro. Where'd he go?
No, it's nothing. I'm finished messing with Grimoire right now.
No, never mind.
It doesn't matter.
I got it. I got so many tabs. What's he got? Grandma saw it. It doesn't matter what she did. Yo, that pizza looks good. Cut.
Oh, hello, Grimoire. Hello. How are you? There's a delay.
Wasn't he like live yesterday on the fucking network? Hello, girl.
There's a huge delay. This is DiGiorno, JG. Go stream at the streamer house? No.
Yeah, stuff like.
Is she just gonna watch me eat now? I feel so self-conscious. This is weird. I feel weird about this. This is weird. I think I just stand back here. You like the way I eat? You grew more, you like the way. What? Goodbye, Grimoire. Goodbye.
Happy New Year. Literally, Happy New Year. It was nice looking at you, Belle, if you were still watching me. Okay, we're gonna look at the update on
Okay. Okay, now that she's gone, let's start some beef. Let's start some beef with Grimoire. No, I want to though. I want to start beef with random people in the network. That's what I want to do. I'm saying that on stream. Yeah, I want to start beef. Like Gary the producer has a ghostwriter. Clip that. Let's see. Who else can we expose? Maybe. Hello. Yes, he can go. He ghostwrites beats. His beats are ghostwritten. Have you ever seen the movie Ghost? It's like he does it like that. He comes through. He has a person who comes through and gets his beats, and they're like, he taps on the computer. It's not real beef. So basically, what just happened to me just now, that's really why I'm making this stream. Somebody did some great thing to me today. And they got my car towed. It's already settled, don't worry. Everything's fine. Everything's settled. The person, he got me. I don't think this person likes me at all. That's why I say, nature, you're scary. Because you can't foresee what happens in nature. Fine, don't say hi. Hello. Hello, Johnny West. What happened was, I parked in a spot, which I was sure I was not blocking any driveway. But according to this man, I was. And I remember checking if I was blocking the driveway. I remember getting out of the car, looking at the side of the sidewalk, seeing if I was, in the way of the driveway going up to a gate. And I, surmised that I was fine. But not according to this man, because what this guy did, I think it was about the parking spot, he said that I was blocking the driveway. He got me. And so, my car is towed. And so remember how I said earlier, I'm going to go out to work. Well, you can't work Uber without a car. What are you going to do? So I'm pretty sure you knew that because obviously there are Uber stickers on the car themselves. So damn nature, you scary. And don't worry, it's already settled. I've already settled everything. Luckily. Oh my God, so luckily. But
it must be nighttime in Nigeria.
Everything.
Hey Belle, this story about your car getting towed is boring. Tell us who stole your guitars, asshole.
I don't know. How can I tell you? Thank you for your donation. I don't know who stole my guitars, man. I don't have good luck, as you can see. I can get places. I'll say this. I can get places with my skill, but once I get to those places, there's always something that's very unlucky that happens to me. What are you gonna do? So I'm staying inside as long as possible. And I'm gonna get out of this neighborhood as fast as possible because I'm done. I'm done with this neighborhood, man. People do not like me at all. No, I don't know that. How am I supposed to know that? That everybody in the neighborhood. That one guy doesn't like me. That's obvious. What are you gonna do? Very unfortunate. Very unlucky. Ridiculously unlucky. Do a spin kick.
It must be nighttime in Nigeria.
Lucia was missing the day your guitars were stolen. Don't thank me for my donation, just go find your guitars, you wimp.
What are you talking about? Why are you guys bringing him into this? He has nothing to do with anything. Literally nothing. You guys are addicted. Addicted. Spin kick. Here comes the spin kick. Someone asked for a spin kick. Here comes the spin kick. You know, it's like, and then a spin. Let me see if that's good on camera. I want to make sure. Yeah? Or something like that. I can't tell. Everybody's like EBZ angle, but EBZ only has one angle. I don't know. I think it's EBZ. I think it's an EBZ angle if I'm brown, just like him. And I think that's the only thing that qualifies for an EBZ angle. More spin, but it's lit. Oh, so I did more spin than a kick. Oh, okay.
It must be nighttime in Nigeria.
Well, people don't like you because you are black and Trump is president. I am sorry this happened to you. Here are some reparations, my man.
Thank you. I don't know if it's a black thing. I hope it's not. But, you know, I can't control it if it's a black thing. They don't know I'm part Hispanic, so I'm mixed. I'm a mixed baby, man. Mixed with too many things. I know too many languages. Like, most people don't know that I speak Spanish. And when I'm around Korean people, they don't know I speak Korean. So they just talk. They just say whatever they want. Yeah, I'm an American mutt. That's right. I'm super American. In terms of what you are as American, you are, if you are mixed to the nth degree, then hey, you're an American. Man, people who speak Japanese don't know I speak Japanese. People who speak Chinese, I don't speak Chinese. I wish I spoke Chinese, because everybody's Chinese, man. Especially in the LA County. Everybody's Chinese. That's the last one on my list, man. Man, I really wish I spoke Chinese. Am I okay? You want to learn Mandarin for Dev? Yes, you should. You should learn Mandarin. I look like cornbread. I don't even have the afro out now. I don't even have the afro like blow dried out. And I still look like cornbread. People are saying I'm not okay. What do you mean? I'm not okay. What? About what? Went to bed. I'm not going to a meeting. How many languages do I speak? I speak like, how many? Man, it's been a long time in education. They totally forced it in me. Okay, Spanish, French. This is in order. This is how it went. So, including English. Let's start with English. That's English, Spanish, French, Chinese for a semester. For a semester. Not to, I don't know anything anymore. But I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna throw it in there. That's what I've studied. Let's actually, okay. These are the languages that I've studied. English, Spanish, English, French, Spanish, Chinese, Japanese, Korean. 6. 6 languages. Should you know 6 languages? Yes and no, because some things you don't want to hear. You don't want to hear what everybody has to say about you. And no, it's not about you. It's what everybody has to say in general. When I'm driving Uber, people have very personal conversations, and because they think there's a language barrier, they just go ahead and say whatever they want. I don't want to listen to, when I'm in Koreatown, I don't want to listen to half of those conversations are very like, you know what's very funny? This is the funniest one. This is the funniest one where I picked up. It's the saddest one, but it's very funny. Okay, so this was not in Koreatown. This was like in San Gabriel Valley, where pretty much everybody is like in the Asian diaspora. and I was picking someone up. It was a long trip. It was like 20, 30 minutes. And I think I was picking someone up from like Rosemead or one of those places all the way up to Glendale or something. And like, what happened is that there was a dilemma because the girls were getting hit on, but the guys weren't good at doing that at all. They weren't good at hitting on the girls. So all they were saying throughout the whole game, and they were saying game up soul. Game up soul, game up soul. And up soul means is you don't have. It's up soul, up soul. And so they're like, game up soul, game up soul, game up soul. And they were just saying, basically they were calling these guys out and saying that they have no game. It's like the harshest thing to ever say because they seemed very sad about it. Like they wanted the interaction, but they just kind of, I don't know, trashed these guys. And they were saying like, oh, a guy came up behind her and it was like about to do something. She was like, douye something. Douye means, I think, behind. Ape douye. And douye is behind. And like, essentially, I guess the guy was getting ready to attack, but he didn't do anything. He just kind of stood there. And that was it. And she was like, you're going to come at me? Or what is this? And so I guess that was enough reason to say that the guys didn't have any game. So be careful. If you're ever trying to hit on a Korean girl, they'll talk about you in another language and say you have game up soul. If you ever hear that, if you ever hear game up soul, that's not a good thing to hear. It's not a good thing to hear at all. E.T. though, yeah. Pretty much E.T. right now. And if you guys didn't know, I have another channel. It's called Calmserval PV. It's in one of the, I don't know, the channels section of my channel. So and that's it. So I also will declare my plan to get into Just Getting News. And I will do it. It will work. I know it will work. I have enough evidence and enough preparation and enough balls. I got the balls to try to do it. So this is a message to you, Just Getting News. I'm coming for you. And if it's for 30 seconds, I will end up in one of your episodes. There, it's done. Where are my glasses? No. No. I hate my glasses so much. So let me detail.
It must be nighttime in Nigeria.
Hi Belle, latest drama rumors are the mansion has no internet, people are getting booted. Hyphonics said on his Discord he's going back to his apartment tomorrow. Would you drive to the mansion and find out what's going on?
No.
How much is gas money to go?
No. I'm sorry. Thank you for your donation. I will not involve myself into drama. I will stay away as far as possible, like I have been doing before. And I will stay right here where it's safe, but not really safe, because people get my car towed when my car is parked in the right parking spot. You wanted a parking spot. They wanted a parking spot that bad that they towed my car. They're like, look, it's a centimeter in. It's a centimeter in. I guess that's what it was. I asked it. This is what I asked. I asked the tow truck guy, even if my car, the bumper is a centimeter in, you can tow that? And the guy was like, yeah, we can tow that. And I was like, what is your morals, man? What is wrong with you? Like, he just knows that he can do it, because not everybody is like constantly looking at their car. So basically, if you walk outside and your car's gone, and you're like, what? Oh, what happened, man? Basically, the tow truck company can make up any reason they want, anything at all. And then basically you're screwed, because you have to pay it, because they won't even give your car back to you. And basically they say, oh yeah, you can dispute it, but you're gonna have to go down to the circuit court, and you have to put in your submission, and then the circuit court is gonna have to process it, and you have to go to a hearing. And basically what he was trying to do and trying to say is basically that's gonna take a long time. And meanwhile, while you're doing this hearing and you're trying to argue with the person who called the tow truck, the tow truck company, all the while, the car will be inside the tow truck company's custody. And so, with that, they will be hiking up the prices every day. And so, say you don't win. All you would have done is just wasted a bunch of time, and now you're gonna have to spend even more money. So, anytime you're in that type of situation, just pay the man and just get your car back as fast as possible, because these people are sharks and don't live in the neighborhood where they will do that anyway. So that's why I'm trying to get out of this neighborhood as fast as possible. I'm not staying here. The evidence is clear. I've been noticing that things are sketchy over here. Sometimes there are people who just yell in the alleyways, and like, they're just yelling. It's like, and the neighbors, no one in the neighborhood reacts to it. There's just a guy, you can walk outside and there'll just be a guy who's just yelling outwards, and then you're just like, oh, I guess that's just normal here. Okay, I'm just gonna go to my car really fast and then just get on my way. Who cares? Who cares about the man with actual problems in his head, I guess? I don't know. Who cares? Nature Boy? Is this true? Did Nature Boy just recently do a video on his Twitter where essentially he drove a boat? What's happening? There's like an argument in the chat. It's like a legit, I was just looking at the chat, just people are just arguing with each other. It's funny. But, you know, there's not much you can do about that, honestly. I should have saw it coming. The first time, the guy acted as if my car was in his way. But he was waiting. The first time I was around here, the guy was waiting and was deciding if he should tow the car, even though it wasn't really in the way. He was saying, is this ethical to do? Should I really do this? Should I do this or should I not? And so this time, when my car was parked in that spot again, because I walked past this spot again, and there's two cars parked perfectly, exactly how I had my car parked. And I was like, was my car really on the driveway? I don't think it was. I think I would have checked that, right? I guess not. I guess a centimeter, just like the tow truck guy said, was enough. And I guess the dude just wanted a parking spot. So, I don't even want to park on the street. Who cares? Who cares about that, man? Yes. Be as fast as possible. Fast as possible. Ewok costume? You calling this a Ewok costume? How dare you? I'll have you know I got this from Target. And you know how it's from Target? This is the distinction from Walmart and Target. Watch it. You got this right here. This is Walmart. But you got this. That's Target. How much was the tow? You mean how much it just cost to get it back? Because I don't have my car. It's all settled. I'm able to, I have to wait until tomorrow to get it. But the guy, it's so messed up because the time that you can get it is 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. And some places, like in Fredericksburg, some places stay open like 24 hours. So at least if you get your car towed, in Fredericksburg, Virginia, that is. I want to tell you the locale. This is different from California. In Virginia, you can go get your car at least. At least you can go get your car if it gets towed at any time in the night. At least. Here, there are people, there are businesses that cut the time off, so it prevents you from being able to even get to the car. So say you didn't know that the car was towed at all, and like at 9 o'clock, you want to go to, I don't know where you want to go at 9 o'clock in California in this area. Let's say you want to go to CVS. That's open. You go and you're like, where's the car? But it's towed. You figure out where it is. You do the process. You go to the police. The police tells you to go to the DMV. The DMV tells you to go to this towing company. That towing company says, oh, go to that towing company, which is what I did. That was my process. And then they're like, we're closed. Even though there's someone on the phone. It's like, are you really closed, man? I'm talking to you on the phone. It's stupid. It's so dirty. It's so dirty, but that's how they do it. So, you literally can't do anything about it. I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you how much. All you need to know is settled. It's settled. I settled it. Thank God. I settled it. It's all good. It's just a sign that I need to get out of here. Just a sign. It's like, okay, yeah, let me just leave. Go back to the place I was. I never had these problems in San Gabriel Valley. Maybe it's because I'm more Asian. I think that's what it is. The Asian inside me lets me be around the Chinese people, so I just blend in. I just look like a dark Chinese person sometimes. People look at me hard. They're like, I don't know. It's like, this guy looks kind of weird, man. They can't tell what race I am. So they just assume that I'm staying out in the sun too long. It's messed up, man. I get stares. I get stares in San Gabriel Valley, man. Because you need to understand that you think there's Chinatown and you think there's Koreatown. You have no idea what Chinatown is until you go to Temple City, Alhambra, Rosemead. Everything is in Chinese. Literally. Every single thing. And it's just, people who go there have been there. I mean, like, these are like first generation Chinese people, man. And they don't speak a lick of English. You try to talk to them and they're like, they're just like, hey, man, you got me with English. And you barely see any Americans. Anytime any American, we know what we look like. Any American who sees each other, we're like, oh, why are you here? They're like, I don't know, why are you here, man? The rent is cheap over here, yeah. But you think that's a safe area? You think that, okay, this is what I'll say. I will not live in Monterey Park. Monterey Park, I'll cut that off. I'll cut that cusp off. It's just, you know, we'll just like cut that and then we'll live everywhere else. Because Monterey Park is the Chinese ghetto. And you don't understand that. If you've never been there, you need to understand it, that Monterey Park is the literal Chinese ghetto. And you think that Asian people will not steal from you. Hey, you might want to check your credit card information. Because if it's changed, there might have been a freaking something. I don't know. The chat, what's happening in the chat? What? There is no home. You don't understand, there is no home for me. I have no home. Home is where I am. Technically, home is my car. Technically. I just bit my lip. Maybe the universe is telling me that's the wrong thing to say. My dad's not in Virginia anymore. Everybody's gone. Everybody's displaced. You need to understand that I barely have a family. It's just me. It's been just me for a while. It's very sad. Not really, though. I still talk to my dad and my brother from time to time. But the circumstances have separated us. So, you might be able to see your abuela down the street. But that's you. That's kind of harsh to say. It's true. You know? I don't know why I said it like that. Get a job. I have a job. What do you mean? Uber. We talking about? I make good money. That's the main point. That's the main reason I'm upset. Because I was going to go to work and work Uber. But you can't do that without a car. You know what would be really funny? Here's what I should do for a stream. I should get, you know those rickshaws that they have in China. Yeah, this is going back to my roots, man. Those freaking things that they have, and they get people on their back, and they go. Maybe I should make a little business and stream that. Actually, that's a good idea. That's a really good idea. I can't write that down, so I had to like. Oh, by the way, if you guys didn't know. Yeah. Really, what's happening with the house, the streamer house? You want me to? I'm gonna stay. That's a real situation that they might actually be in. So I'm not gonna just like use their real life situation for content. It's pretty messed up, don't you think? The house. Yeah, I know, that's right. I have no car to go anyway. I can't even go if I wanted to. You were like, go to the mansion. Remember, my car got towed by an angry man. A man who wanted a parking spot. Someone's like, liar. Did I find the guitars? No, I didn't. You were literally 2K Andy with TTS Donuts. No, I'm fine without it. I'm fine. I'm getting the car back tomorrow. How much? Okay, now people are getting a little bit. You're not gonna force me to do it. There's other people who are alive, don't you think? Isn't there like Hector? Why don't you guys get Hector to do it? It's not me. Now that I notice, why is it always me? Why do you guys always want me to go? Me to go get the juice of what's happening around the mansion, man. I've been trying to stay away. Recon, no, I will not. Harvey's live. There we go. Nobody's live? Are you serious? Really? No one's live, man? At a moment like this? No Jumper, Kiara Kitty, me, Richie, Harvey, EBZ, Sculptrum Carey, Sweet Aaron. You got Sweet Aaron, you got Just Suckum Carey, you got EBZ, you got Harvey J. Let's look at what Harvey J is doing. I see darkness. Ghost hunting with... Wow, what a title this is. Ghost hunting with a white girl, Arab lady, Mexican butler, and a black guy.
Where the fuck are we going, bro?
I wanted to check out the care stuff. We bring into it.
That's So I would think Harvey J would know, right? Can't you guys spam Harvey J about it? Or does Harvey J not look at the chat? The chat. Harvey J, look at the chat. The chat. Look at Gucci's channel. Oh my God, what's happening with Gucci's? Is she? I was looking through Grimoire's channel. Is she passed out or something? Drive-by mansion. I'm not gonna explain myself. I don't have the energy anymore. I don't think I have the energy anymore, man. This is Gucci's. Okay. I hope she's okay. Does she live with anyone? No? Isn't that... It is about like 2 a.m. there, right? It makes sense, right? That she's drunk like that, right? No? No? The equation theory. You want me to break this? We're going to break it down with equation theory? I can do it. So Domino's on an Uber to Streamer House will be back live. Okay, she fell though. She fell though? She fell? Really? Oh my god. Oh my god, man. Someone called her earlier. She's fine. Okay. There. That settles that, man. Oh, okay. So, let's detail the Just Kidding News thing. This will be very simple. I've already got a cosign from Andy Milonakis. It's all underway. I already have I forget, man. I was raised religious. I should know this. Myrrh, frankincense, and gold, right? That's what it is. I got all of that together. I got the freaking... I even have been subscribed since the old days of Just Kidding Films. So I have collateral. And I'm gonna try to go to Barbell Brigade, live stream me talking to the folks to try to get a parlay. If I can get a parlay, I could probably get inside and get on Just Kidding News for about 30 seconds. Let's make it 30 seconds. I think that's fair. Getting in 30 seconds, I think that's good. I think that's a small amount of time. So, you still have a six-pack or are you fat now? I still have the six-pack. It doesn't go away, like, it doesn't go away after like 2 days. I don't know what you've been thinking about. Oh, man. Hello, people. Be nice to Uber. Oh, is Uber mad that I said Grimoire beats him? Is he mad? He been thinking about your six-pack, dog. Oh boy, maybe I was a little bit too testy. But I'm pretty sure it's fine. It's all harmless. It is not true. I don't know. I think it's all right. I don't know. It's a very calm night tonight. You know what? Let's look at some of the other streams just now. Let's look at what everybody else is doing. Let's parody Grimoire. Grimoire. What does she do? She does this thing. She's like right here in the camera. She's usually right here, right? And then she has this right here. So this is basically the Grimoire stream. Okay, we're just gonna do Grimoire stream now. Let's go to Kiara Kitty. There's a large amount of people watching also. Oh yeah, she's okay. That was interesting. I don't know what. I don't think I could do what Grimoire does. She like fires out the cuff. Let me try to do what Uber does. What does Uber do? How does Uber do his content? Let's look at Harvey J. So this is the Harvey J one. It's really dark there. That's interesting.
Yo, you know where you going, bro?
And there's Richie the Barber. I think he's getting his hair braided, right? No? Pre-recorded, by the way, dude. This is pre-recorded. Narrate the streams in Morgan Freeman voice. And so, Richie the Barber. Let me turn on the volume. There. And so, Richie the Barber sticks out his tongue and gets his hair braided. He feels happy. He does. But he doesn't know that there's more people watching him today. Back when I was a boy, I always wanted to be a barber. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Punch myself in the face and I'll consider donating $20. Wow. Thank you for that tasteful. Are you want to keep going? Damn it. I'm pissed. Richie the Barber getting his hair braided by a tattooed man with burly hands. You don't know what he's doing today, but he's having fun. Okay, let's get into that. Let's see what EBZ is doing. This is fun. This is fun. I like this. No wonder she's always like, hold on. Battery reality. Look, babe. It be rabbit. CX Network. Hello, out of content, Bill. I've already done my content for today. This is a chill stream. I have a lot of content planned, but I can't do it because I have no car.
The promise of a beautiful hangout, and now they're acting as though, so they're like drooling over the probability of going to hang out in this imaginary world. So they've left me because I ain't actually, I don't have much. I'm just a regular guy trying to make ends meet. So this motherfucker scams me. The people around me are enticed by his this and that.
Who's he talking about?
Gets to Texas, lies. Man, I'm not even going to get into the conversation. There's a reason they're not talking to me. You understand me? There's a reason they're talking. There's a reason they're not talking to me. Understand this?
Yes.
There's a reason Ben is not talking to me. They can call my phone. They have my phone. They got my phone. Okay? There's a reason they're not talking. So you have like Tommy. You got Tommy. You got Lando. You got all these motherfuckers who say they have problems with me, right? But none of them, not one, call me.
Oh.
Okay, so that says a lot. Because keep in mind, the first thing I do when I have a problem with you is, dude, what the fuck? That's the first thing I do. I don't know about you. I don't go to the internet. Start saying, no. I get on the phone and say, what the fuck? So my phone hasn't rang for all these people. That's incredible. What are you gonna do? But I tell you one thing. They say you win some when you lose some. I know when I am winning, or at least when I'm working on winning. And I'm not surprised that I shed. This is exactly what they call data skill.
Dang. He has a lot to say. He has a lot to say, man. And I saw your comment, Davidson. There's not much I can do right now. Unfortunately, I can only do. I plan to do a few things, but I can't do much. When life, punches you in the spleen, you bend over in pain, and you stand there for a while, and then you think to yourself, man, I just got punched in the spleen. That really happened. And that's what this situation is. Where's Lucha? Where is Lucha? I don't know where Lucha is. But I've already said what I had to say. I don't want to keep you guys too much. There's a few other streams to watch, actually. But I wish I can, if I had my own space, really, if I had my own space, I would definitely always have something to do. But this is not my space. I can't really do whatever I want. So I respect the space, and I'm very minimal when I'm in someone else's space. I mean, all I have is my clothes and stuff. That's it. I don't pack too much, especially when I'm in transition. So, do IRL in Virginia. Boy, you guys don't know what Virginia is like. There are a lot of things to do IRL with, but what you're going to realize is that Virginia is just like any town, but just more colonial towns. So it's not going to be as interesting, but there are a lot of things that most people do not consider, like the constant fairs. There's a bunch of fairs in Virginia. There's a lot of concentrated orchards and caverns and parks, and there's a lot of things to do in Virginia, actually. And most people would rather just, stand in a club and then do this all night. And then they stand there for a good 2 hours and man, I'm so cool. I went to a club and sidestepped for about 3 hours. It's very sad. Are you Candy Catman, you're trying to get rid of your current channel? Okay. I can go. Why don't I search for auditions? Oh, okay. I will mod that other channel, sir. Let me make sure. Let me just do a thing. Hold on. There. I got your thing. Alright, I got the name. I got it. Don't worry, you don't need to put it in there. I got it. Why I don't do auditions? Yes, bachelor's in, and you know what? I also I'm in a talent agency in Virginia. Before I left, I was still doing work there. Man, this is something that I realized that I wish I realized while I was in college. And I probably would have been a little bit more productive in terms of my acting career. And I wouldn't have, you know what? Do you know what? This is a great scavenger hunt for you guys to go on. Because I've been in how many things have I been in when I was in Virginia? I've been in a lot of little movies and films and TV shows when I was there. I was working hard, trust me. But sometimes you realize as an actor, or you don't realize as an actor, that you don't have any type of control over your destiny. And pretty much anybody and everybody, producers, writers, directors, get to dictate what you do and what your image is in terms of how it is received by the public in general, by the role you take, right? And an actor doesn't have to take every role. That's very obvious. But when especially I got out of, the theater department, and I was still doing theater with Virginia Stage Company. I was trying to, I was successful. I was getting auditions here and there. This is the saddest thing I had. I got an audition for that TV show Nashville. Perfect role. It was literally written, I'm pretty sure the producer was trying to give me a wing up and trying to help me out. It was a show. It was a character who lived in his car and played guitar, and a black guy. I wonder who that sounds like. And they really wanted me to audition. And I'll tell you exactly why I wasn't able to do the audition itself. I was reading the freaking script for the audition. I was so excited. But I was still working for Virginia Stage Company. As I was reading the script and it came out, and we were kind of talking in the office of the theater, education department, I was working in the education department. I was flipping through things, and the audition script was with my other scripts. And the department head, he came behind me because it is kind of important for me to be there, for a long time, but he didn't know everything that was happening with me, within the group that I was in. There were people above me, and then there was him, but the people below him were treating me wrong, and it's bad. But this is what happened. He came up to me, and he said, he put his hand on my shoulder. I never felt something this is true industry power. True entertainment industry power. He came up, put his hand on my shoulder, and he was like, "You're not leaving us, are you?" And I was like, no. No. And I shut the script. And I was like, I guess I'm not auditioning for Nashville. Literally the one thing that could make my acting career just happen. I guess that's it. All those years of training. 4 years. A theater degree. A freaking acting degree. Performance emphasis. I got so many awards for freaking acting all that time just to not be able to get into Nashville. I was like, wow, man. Why? And so I realized the reason I was in that situation was because I was just an actor. And I had no control over my journey into the business. You're just an actor. You're not a writer or a producer. Say if I was a producer, I would be able to produce something that's good and then get into the business because I would have produced the work. And basically as an actor, you're trying to get into the best work you can get into. And so if you're a producer and an actor and you write something good and then that work gets bought by somebody else, then you're fine. And that's what I'm doing now. I'm still working on a bunch of films and and whatnot. But you just don't know that when you're younger. You have no idea what it's like. So that's how it is. So, this is the scavenger event. You guys can find me on a TV show. Yes, you can. It is pretty funny. It's pretty funny. You can find me in a film also. You can find me in 2 films. You can find me in a TV show. You can find me in 2 films. first TV show is called Mercy Street. And you're like, what is Mercy Street about? Well, Mercy Street was about this, what is it, the Civil War? Yeah, it was about the Civil War. And essentially, I wonder what role I could have played during the Civil War. A slave? Ding, 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 ding. That's right. My first acting role was a slave. Hooray! And see, now you realize everybody's like, wow. That's exactly what it's like in Virginia. Now you know why I'm here. In California. Because literally, dude, as an actor, if you're an actor, you're brown. And I mean literally, if you're an actor and your skin color is literally brown, you have no work other than being a slave in Virginia. That's all you get. That's all you can get. It's just like, here comes Matumbo. And you're like, oh, I don't want to be Matumbo. Why is all these producers wanting to make slave shows in Virginia? I don't understand why everybody loves to make shows about slaves here. This is kind of weird, right? No? Am I the only one who thinks that's weird? No. That's what it's like. So if you go to Mercy Street, I think it's like the second season, you'll find me. You will find me. So somebody can get on that and clip it. And you'll find a bunch of my friends. Because you know what? You know what I did? And this is why I really feel ashamed. This is why I really feel ashamed. I'm so bad, man. I'm such a bad person. What's happening?
Uncle Tom Mandy.
Thank you, Justin Ross. After I just told you that my first acting role was a slave, I don't know how much more of an Uncle Tom can I be if I was a slave? I don't know which one. I don't know what it is, man. Thank you for your donation, though, sir. It's so confusing. But, okay. Essentially, I was the one out in front getting most acting roles when I was still in my college, in my university, in my department, and I was telling people about these different ways that they could get acting roles here and there. And when I got the Mercy Street role, I was like, you guys can apply in the same way. And so, pretty much everybody who was in my theater department, they're all slaves also. So, we're all slaves. I got all my classmates in my university to be slaves also. Hooray! Like, when I was watching the episodes, I felt so bad. I was like, oh man, I think I started this. I think I should have not have told them about this at all. I think that's a bad thing to do. The first acting roles that you get is a slave. Hey, I think that's not good. And then I got into like a couple things, like with Adrian Grenier. He's from Entourage. He did a movie. It was kind of, I don't know what it was. It was political or something. I don't know, man. It's Virginia. They love to make freaking TV shows about slavery. Constantly. Oh man. And it sucks, man. If you're more descended from Europe, then you get all the roles. You get normal roles like Bobby, who likes this girl. And then a person like me with my skin color is like slave. You play a slave who got out of who busted out, like, who got, you know, his plantation free. Don't you want to play a slave who got their plantation free? It's like, no, I don't. I don't want to play a slave at all. Can't I play something normal? They're like, no, you can't. No, you can't. That's not what those producers want. It's so weird, man. That's that though. But yeah, if you guys look at Mercy Street, you'll find me. Weather films. Oh, I've been in a pilot by, what is it, Mike Henry? Or Mike Henry? He's like the voice of Cleveland, and that's exactly what he sounds like. He does sound like that. He does have that high nasally voice. That's his normal voice. I've been in a thing there. That was a thing. That was weird. Whoa, Samuel, that was a ridiculous. I'm not gonna. What famous people I've met? My God, I've met so many famous people. We're in entertainment industry. You meet like literally everybody you can ever meet. You don't want to be everybody though. Serious, some people are weird, man. Outside of all this, I met the guy from Lost. I met a bunch of DJs, a bunch of rappers. I met what's his face? Who's that guy? Oh, I met the guy who Prince EA. I don't know if everybody knows who he is. Everybody should know, but it's funny if you don't. He's the guy who is in like a freaking, not a turtleneck, a polo shirt, talking about how we need to take the eyes out of our phone and put it in the sky and put it in put it in the frying pan. I don't know. That guy was weird. That guy was weird. The motivational speaker, right? That guy. I had yep. Some of you already know the story. I met that guy. Who else? I think I met a lot of other famous people in passing, but I didn't decide to like look at them really because, oh, what is that guy? The freaking, not, there's Donald Glover and then there's Danny Glover. Danny Glover is a dude from the 80s, and that guy rolls through Virginia and Virginia Stage Company a lot for some reason. I don't know why he likes that area, but he just likes it. And so that guy from the 80s, he's pretty big. So that guy comes through. And I met him before. And then there was a dude from, what is it? What is that show? With like the brown lady with like short hair, straight. And it's about like how to get away with murder. That show. There's a dude on there who came through our like, I don't know, theater department, and he had to talk about being an actor. he was ridiculously lame about it. He was like, yeah, so I got this role, I got this extra role, and then I got this side acting role, and then I got another side acting role, and then I got this role. And that's how I did it. And that's how simple it is. And all these people are writing down notes, and it's like, they don't realize that all they really do need to do to get inside a TV show is not that hard. Really, it's not. All you need to do is be polite, do your job, audition. That's it. That's pretty much it. If you go in and you do your job, especially when you're a side actor, you're going to get noticed. And people are going to be like, I liked your performance. I want to put you in this thing. Can I put you in that thing? You say yes because you never say no to work and then you continue on like that. That guy was boring. He's an actor. That's why he was boring. I've met a bunch of stand-up comedians because I do stand-up from time to time. That one, I met... You know, actually, I should tell you guys this story. The first time I did, like, stand-up well. I did stand-up well. The second time I went inside the Laugh Factory and I did an open mic. And the second time I went and I stayed back, like, you know, there's like at the Laugh Factory, a bunch of comedians can come through and you don't know who it is. So there's like Donald Rawlings and there's like, not Chris Rock, but Tony Rock. And Tony Rock is still funny. He's really funny also. So like, there's a bunch of comedians there. But what happened was, Tony Rock, he came out and he was doing his stand-up set, and pretty much that was last year, and I was still sleeping in my car during the time. It sucked. It was what I had to do. I had to drop my acting conservatory because I had to pay for my my consolidation for freaking for my student loans. I had to consolidate my student loan. So I don't know, end up in debt and end up bankrupt. So I consolidated that and I had to spend a lot of money out. I had to spend like $800 initially to get everything consolidated. And so basically it was, oh, do you want, this is when I was in California last year. It was, okay, do you spend all that money getting your thing consolidated, or do you spend money on the acting conservatory? Which one do you want? And I was like, I'm going to drop the acting conservatory because I don't think it's really going to help me. It's not going to give me a master's degree, but you don't really need a master's degree in acting. So it just sounds nice. It just makes you look nice and professional. So I just went with consolidation, and my life got better because of it. So, hey, I'm glad I made that decision. But when I went up to do the stand-up, I was homeless, told them, being honest, I had nothing to really hide. And they were asking me, like, oh, what do you do? I was like, stand-up comedian. They're like, oh, you know, when do you start? And I was like, yeah, I've started recently. And I told them that I did the open mic. And they said, how'd you do? And I was like, good. Because that time, I killed that time. But I didn't win because there's strict rules at the Laugh Factory. You have to keep your material strictly G, which I kind of flubbed in the end and said something that was a little bit debaucherous. So that's my bad. But this is what happened. Tony Rock came out and he said, see how much better than we are than you? The whole crowd was like, oh, snap, you know, like, but it wasn't like, oh, snap. It was like, oh, like, why the hell did you say that, Tony Rock? Like, you're a dickhole. Like, and then, like, what happened after that was very funny. Because, look, if you ever see professional comedians doing their thing, they're human also. So after he said that, every comedian that came out after that, especially the host, he had like, he was like, because all of this is recorded, remember, he was sweating. Like, they were nervous because they went too far and punched a guy while he was down who didn't really exemplify the type of thing that they usually go after. Usually they go after guys like who talk about if they're going to be in stand-up, who say that if, you know, people who look at stand-up comedians sometimes will say, oh, if that guy can do it, I can do it, right? But that's not the situation. I've been doing stand-up, you know? So it's like he kind of went at the wrong dude. And because they didn't realize that at first, he kind of got, he kind of got caught. And so it could be a really messed up situation for Laugh Factory if there's like a journalist in the room who's like, at the Laugh Factory, Tony Rock came at a younger comedian for no reason, and blah, 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 blah. And it's a huge article, and then people on CNN, or not CNN, TMZ, I think, will be talking about it, and then, you know, Tony Rock loses money, and Laugh Factory loses money because he decided to be a jerk. That's kind of how it happens there, so... That's that. That is that. Yeah. This is a... So I'm still in debt? Yep. I'm still in debt for college. Yep. Oh man. It really sucks, man. Most people, I mean, it helped. Same here. Yeah, see? Everybody's in debt. Yay. Oh man. But at least I'm going to use it. I'm going to use my degree to get a master's degree in business. So, is it really that bad? Really? I mean, it's not that bad. It just sucks now. That's the problem. So, everybody's in debt. Everybody's in debt with, like... Oh, man, I think that's the worst part of going to college. You realize that you get in debt and, like, depending on your job, you can pay it off, right? But if you're doing something artistic, it's a huge sacrifice. Honestly, it is. It's a huge sacrifice. So, debt gang. Hey. Why would anyone, like, rejoice that they're in debt? Like, so much so to collectivize themselves in a gang. Imagine that. Like, hey, we're gonna get that gang, man. Hey. God. I think that's terrible, man. What's my plans for this upcoming week? In 4 days, I might be able to do this freaking stand-up show. That's gonna be hilarious, man. Because I think I got the confirmation from the guy. Man, the stand-up TTS show is gonna be terrible and funny at the same time. And I don't think they understand live streaming. They don't understand the community and how crazy things can be. So, remember, 24th, 8 p.m. Pacific time. That's going to be interesting. And not interesting. It's going to be funny. Oh, boy. I hope they're prepared. I met some of the comedians before. I saw their stand-up. They're pretty good. But, you know, a lot of the stuff they say is very personal. And that's what stand-up's like. But it's like, you add TTS in it, and then things get different. I don't know, man. But some of these people have been in, like, are kind of famous. Some of those people have been, like, working with King Batch and stuff. So, hey, you know, they might be a little bit tougher. But I don't know. I don't know, man. I can't tell. Oh, you want an example of my stand-up? No. I'll keep that private. Not until I have a stand-up special. Which I might do. I might do a stand-up special. I think that's very useful to put a stand-up special on YouTube. I don't think I need to sell it. Do it. Everybody's like, no. No, man. Today I was going to do stand-up, actually. Today I was actually planning on doing stand-up. I was going to drive to the Laugh Factory again and go back to the open mic. What are you going to do, man? What are you going to do? Man, everything gets in your way. That's why this whole stream is titled Damn Nature You Scary. Give us a little of it. There's no way I can give you a little bit of it, but it's like, it is kind of weird. Because, alright, the set that I was preparing for the Laugh Factory now, that is, you know, actually, because I can't do it at the Laugh Factory, I'll give you the ender. This is the ender that's really controversial and is really messed up, but I said it anyway, and it made everybody laugh. Everybody laughed, okay? That's what people really need to know, but it did not win me. It didn't win me anything with the Laugh Factory because it was not G. This is what the host said got me like off. She was like, I don't know why you did that. I don't know why you did it. Your set was fine before. And basically, the whole set is about like this. It's kind of like me poking fun at the barrier that's like, you know, the political movement that is. It's not very political, but it does go over, you know, female politics. So I poke fun at it, and I do a lot of switcheroos when people laugh, but sometimes even one person in the end, after I was set, this is how you know you did good as a stand-up comedian. If someone after the show comes back after you and is like, hey man, it was like a woman. She was older. She was like 50 or something. She had a set. She was one of the ones who won the competition, which is how I know like it is rated G. Like she was talking about how her daughter is in college and and that was kind of her whole thing. It's like, my daughter's in college. And, you know, she doesn't understand things like I understand things. You know what I mean? Isn't that crazy? And this is like a 2-minute set of just this. And she came up to me and was like, your set was very interesting. And I was like, oh, really, miss? And she stood there, kind of like, just about to go in on me and like tell me what's what. And then I left. I was like, forget this. I just walked off, man. And so the joke, the ender, was like, it's messed up. It's there is I have a voice that I do also. It's supposed to be a Virginia voice. It's like, you know, there's a phrase that's been passed down for generations and generations in Virginia, and it goes like this. Now you see. I forget. Or do I? I don't know if I want to say it. I don't know if I want to say it on stream, man. I don't want to get myself into trouble, man. It's messed up. I don't know. I don't know if I should say it. I'm just going to keep it. Oh, man. I don't know. Everyone's like, just do it. You guys are like, just do it. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. I'll say it. It got me in trouble. It did get me in trouble, but it's not that bad. I don't think it's that bad. You guys might not think it's that bad. This is what it is. I say it in the voice, and I'm like, this is a Virginia voice. It's like, now you see, this is a phrase that's been passed down for generations and generations in Virginia, and it goes like this. Now you see, a woman is like a boat, and a boat is nothing without some semen. And that's how that ends. And I think that, when she told me that, got me in trouble. So, that was the ender. And so, you can get a general idea of how the whole thing. They got the bad. It did get it bad. Yeah. It got the bad. But it's stand up. You're supposed to be pushing buttons here. You are, but it's like I don't know, man. I don't want to get myself in too much trouble, man. I want to have some type of. Oh, you think I'm lying? Okay, that's fine. I don't want to get in too much trouble, man. That's so offensive. You think that's it's a pun. It's a fun. It's a fun. It's just a fun. That's all it is. It's harmless. It's not that bad. The stuff I had before was bad. It's worse. It's much worse than that. It's much worse than that. The stuff that I did before is totally bad. But it's G-rated though. So I was on that line. I was tap dancing on the line through the whole set. But I think saying semen on stage is not rated G, even though it's a scientific term. But it's like an innuendo to sexuality, so I think that's what makes it PG-13. So it's all right. Only 100 views today. I had more before, but it's just chill stream. I should go to the Laugh Factory in my Butler costume. I should, but I don't know. Well, I can get creative. I can get creative of what set I do in the Butler costume. I think that's possible. It's not that bad. But that's me. I'm a mix of stand-up and acting, and then music and dancing. I think that kind of encapsulates me as an entertainer. Those things: music, dance, stand-up, and acting. Yeah, that is it. That's actually what it literally is. Belle, is Ice proud of you? I don't know. What? I think he has probably no opinion. I'm gonna be honest. I think he's probably gonna say, it's pretty good. And that's it. And that's how it is. How does it feel? How does it feel to be black from the outside and white from the inside? Please answer. I think I'm quite American, and I don't attune myself to be black or white. So there, that's my answer. Like, I don't understand why being just generally educated makes you a white person. What is that? What are you doing? What do you mean? You're saying that? Like, isn't that just that's to say that white people are educated and people who are minorities are not. So that's kind of racist. That's a racist question. Turn off the light and smile. I don't need to do that. You already know what's going to happen. Oh. You're talking about my hobbies? What do you mean? What do you mean? Just because I'm not a rapper? What? Right, just because I'm not a rapper? What are you talking about? I want to know what you mean by that. My hobbies. What are white people hobbies? Do I box? I don't box. I like fried chicken. Yeah, I do like fried chicken. Do I play video games? I do. I've been watching since a year or so, or more, actually. Actually, I might have been watching for more than a year. Because he knows the secrets. What kind of games do I play? I like Smite and I like Tekken. I love Tekken. I think I'm really good at Tekken. And that's basically it. So 8. What? Do I prefer Gibson or Fender? Oh. Gibson. I think Fender is too basic. Go offline and play Minecraft? Isn't that too basic? I don't like Minecraft. I didn't catch the... You know what happened? The reason why I don't like Minecraft is because my brother never let me play. That's the main reason. It's just access, man, exposure. I was never able to play it when it first came out. I really got like the first version when it was like $15. Or actually it was like $5 at one point. So go to the mansion and say hello to the fellow butlers. Do I play RPGs? Yes. I've played Mabinogi. I have too much time logged in to Mabinogi. I have too much time logged into a game called Pangaea. And you're like, what is that? And it's a golf game. But it's not just any golf game. It's like a fantasy golf game where the balls explode and like just fly in the air and just like spin and just like... It's pretty amazing what they did with just golf in general. Like, it's pretty cool. And it's on the phone now. It's a mobile game now. Very disappointing that it's just a mobile game. But, you know, I mean, if they bring it back one day, I'm going to play it. But I'm a weeb. I'm Asian. I can't be a weeb if I'm Asian. I don't know what you mean. Sounds like Marble Rush. Marble Rush sounds like Pangaea. Pangaea, you know, Marble Rush is most likely a copycat game. I'm going to see some real black people at Adam 22. Well, go ahead. Goodbye, pets and animals. Go see the real black people. Dang. Do I not descend from Africa? That's why I say, man, I'm going to make another stream. See, I'm making all these thought piece streams, man. I might do it again. I might do another thought piece stream. But there's a problem. I already have a video on this. But I'll say it again. I think ideologically labeling human beings is not what we need to be doing. Essentially calling somebody black or white is not a clear description of a human being, quite literally, because you don't talk about their actual physical characteristics, you don't talk about their mental characteristics. Basically, you talk about as their likeness ideologically, because what it means to be white isn't very specific, and what it means to be black isn't very specific. So what I mean by that is, if you were to go to a police officer and want to describe a person, and he says, what does the person look like? If you say black, you won't be giving that person a good description of a human being. You'll be giving them an ideological box, basically labeling a person to some type of actual characteristic and culture instead of a physical being. So if a person would ask you did a person look like, you would actually have to say their skin color, their hair color, how tall they are, what they look like in the face. not if essentially they are white or black. And that's why I do not like calling people white or black. That's pretty much it. I might go more in depth in another stream, but I hate that so much. Because my skin color is brown, but that's not colloquially the right description of me or other people in America. The brown people are supposed to be Indian, and that doesn't make any sense because I'm brown and they're brown also. So we're both brown. So actually, if you actually leave it alone and call both people brown, you would actually be able to lump those two people together. And then you have to talk about the differences of mannerisms and culture, actually. And that's not what people want to do. This is just, this whole white and black thing is only, and I'll say it again, I keep talking about this, but we are still in the Jim Crow law culture, basically because the only separation and the only actual use by calling somebody white and black is to only separate people into racial identity groups. And so if you are a racial identitarian, you're going to be focused on a person ideologically and not physically in who they are with their characteristics. That's it. That's it. I hate it. I hate that. I think someone needs to say it. Somebody needs to say it, man. Pisses me off, man.
Uncle Tom babble blah 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 blah.
Thank you for your donation, Justin Ross. You're just here. Justin Ross comes through and he just says, like, he actually gives me money to insult me. And he gives me money to throw a racial slur in my face. It's so weird. It's so weird, man. He donates that. Man. I apologize. I apologize. Man. Because, man, isn't it stupid, though, what we do? How we separate each other? Because most of it, I mean, we all descend from Africa, don't we? We're all Homo sapiens, aren't we? And we're all, if we all take a freaking DNA test, we all are mixed with the same type of countries and, you know, origins and humans anyway, so we're not all that different. So why make it harder on ourselves? I don't know. Yeah. Because I'm mixed with, like, a bunch of stuff, man. I'm mixed with Asian. You can't, the one drop rule doesn't apply to me. How far does the one drop rule go with me? You say, like, Logic, the rapper Logic, this is one thing that I don't like about Logic. That man, that stupid man, he calls himself, I'm black, man, I'm black, you know? He calls it, it's like, not really. You're American, and you do have a mixture of African and European inside of you, but if you're going to call yourself black, you're going to have to really explain what you mean. Because if you're talking about ideologically or you're talking about physically, if we're looking at your physical characteristics, we can actually see that you descend more from Europe, apparently. I'm sorry. And the one drop rule might apply to him, but then if we apply the one drop rule to him, that would mean that every African American in America is white. because a lot of African Americans have a lot of Caucasian. So if we do that one drop rule in reverse and apply it to other races, then we might find that people who might call themselves black might actually just be white. And I think that would probably destroy the fabric of America. So I'm pretty sure this might just be the best bet right now. But you know, I'm an Uncle Tom for that. For some reason. Don't understand that. Don't understand. Because what would you call Obama, really? Is Obama really African American, or is he just mixed? Which one? Which race is he? If you're half, which one do you just claim? This is a stupid thing. People.
It must be nighttime in Nigeria.
Your autistic belly dirty nicka take Xanax.
Thank you for the racial slurs, sir. Thank you for your donation. But it's like, if you're mixed, you know, half, there's probably no such thing as just 50-50, but you might be mixed with two people who descend from two extremes of the continent, let's say. Easy. One person who's directly from Africa, one person who's directly from China or something like that. What race are they? Are they Chinese, or are they all African? Or are they both? Which is the actual truth. Because if you are mixed, it doesn't mean that you're one or the other. It means that you're both. And that is the truth. That is what we need to be focusing on. Like, people call Halle Berry a black actress when she has a Caucasian mother and I think an African American father. But that just makes her both of those things. It doesn't make her one or the other. It just means that you're both. It doesn't, I don't know why we have to choose. It's so weird. It doesn't make any sense, and it's not helping anyone. It just makes everybody angry and confused. So, exactly. That's why I've been thinking also, man hands. Once we find aliens, we'll bond together as our human race. We'll all drop everything. We're all mutts. That's right. So I'm not Asian then. Yes, I am. I'm sorry, but I can't take I cannot take the Asian DNA out of me. Because literally, if that Asian person who existed all those years ago did not exist, I would not be here. So that literally makes me Asian and also British and also all those other African countries. I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you. It's just the fact of the matter. You can be multiple things, and that's okay. That's okay. I think that's what people are afraid of. I think that's what it is. People are just afraid of being multiple things. There's no such thing as Asian DNA. Well, you can have DNA that descends from the continent of Asia, can you not? I don't know what you mean. Yeah, Logic is black, but he says he's only black. That is the problem. He doesn't say he's both. He says he's just black. And it's like, no, you're just both, man. Like, you can't just choose. You can't just get rid of one part of yourself that's actually there. That was the problem with Michael Jackson. He was mixed, but he had vitiligo, so he kind of just decided to bleach himself. There's evidence of it. Unfortunately, that's what he just went with. He never said he was only black. He said he's black. He says he's black all the time. What are you talking about? What do you mean? Logic says he's black all the time. What, man? His vitiligo was a lie? What? There's actual pictures of him having the vitiligo creep up his neck. You guys don't know much. But you guys know some. You guys know some things. But you don't know everything. I know these things. I've already studied them. That's what I'm talking about. I don't talk about things I don't know. That's what you'll learn about me. I'm an expert on talking about things I do know about. And that's what I'll talk about. Years of research, not years. That's why Mexican Andy looks Asian. He might have some Asian inside of him. Or maybe not. I don't know. He might. He might have some. He might be mixed, man. Justin Ross. No, you believe everything you hear. Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, 100, 100, 100, 100. Down, bros. I look kind of Asian. Now you're just trolling. Yes, this jacket is very comfy. I use it to sleep. Because it gets cold at night, man. It's very cold. So I don't have to turn on the heat. I'm not going to say that comment. Thank you, Eric Foster. I'll take that as a compliment. Sometimes when you say, I probably won't be saved. I'll probably be the one who's like excommunicated first. Has Hector been training for the upcoming boxing match? No. But yes, he has. I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. He sometimes punches the bag. I don't know. I don't know. Oh boy, I'm coming on 2 hours. That's good. That's good. I got about a total of, let's say, total of 2 hours, 30 minutes today. That's a good block of streaming time. What do you think of Ice pulling guns down Lanny? I don't know if he did that. Go outside now. Go outside now. What? What do you mean? What's happening outside? Chan went down? That's very unfortunate. I got this sweater at Target. It has this thing. Yeah, that's how you know it's fashion. Everything comes, you cannot sell anything that's a jacket without this. Because Asia has been like so fashion forward. America is like, we need to catch up. So we're just going to put everything with this. So that's pretty much the thing. Stuff Jim Carrey. Show us what you would do to the person who wronged me. It's for gloves. It's for gloves? Is this thing for gloves? Yeah, probably. It probably is for gloves. Punch that bag. I'll punch it. I punched it. I did it. See, he's moving. There. It's moving. I got it. Yeah, I do look like a sloth. I also look like E.T. All those things, right? Have you ever been in a fight? Yeah, I have. There. I got some moves. I got some punching moves, man. Yeah. You know what's really funny? You was really messed up. The first person who started to teach me a martial art is my theater teacher. And he started to teach me Aikido. Like, that is ridiculous, man. I started to learn how to, like, kind of just move myself out of the way and stuff. Like, it's so weird. It's at high school. In 9th grade. He was like, we're learning Aikido today. He was like, really? Aikido? Are you sure? And we were like, he was like, go like this. And like, so weird. Ever trained with a bow staff? Yes. In Virginia, exactly. Aikido from a theater teacher in high school in Virginia. Doesn't make any sense. But he's a very skilled man. So that's what that is. Wouldn't bust a grape in a good fight. Justin Ross. All right, he wouldn't bust a grape. Okay, well, I think that's enough for story time today. I think I got enough. I said enough. I mean, I wanted to stream a little. You know, I can't do anything else anyway. I can't, like, actually work, so streaming is all I can really do. So, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for coming through. Remember, March 24th, there's going to be a stand-up show with TTS in it. Or I need to confirm also. I need to make sure all that's confirmed. But tentatively, there's going to be a stand-up show that happens with TTS blaring at the stand-up comedians. And that will be very funny. I hope they're prepared for it. Let's see what happens. Okay. That is that.